The factions in New Vegas present a fascinating, albeit ultimately flawed, tapestry of ideals and pragmatism. While my aim is to explore each in depth, dedicating individual attention to them is crucial for a truly comprehensive understanding. What follows are some thoughts I've put forth to see if they resonate with others as strong as they do with me. In my view, a crucial missing balance exists among the New Vegas factions. Ideally, each should offer a compelling, reasonable path forward, complete with inherent downsides. This would foster a genuine debate about which faction truly offers the optimal future for the Mojave Wasteland. I believe the developers weren't able to fully actualize each faction's core concepts due to time constraints. Take Caesar's Legion, for example. It stands to reason they should leverage the inherent strengths of ghouls and supermutants. These beings possess natural resilience and formidable power, providing a distinct advantage against more xenophobic adversaries. The Legion in this light could be reimagined as the Wasteland's cold, calculated, unyielding solution, taking advantage of these supermutants. The Legion's inspiration could extend beyond the historical Roman Empire, drawing unsettling parallels from Nazi Germany. Consider their current practice of enslaving women for basic manual labor, a glaring inefficiency. Imagine instead supermutants fulfilling these physically demanding roles, their robust strength perfectly suited for such tasks. Women in turn could be rewarded for bearing children, with the Legion's strongest warriors fostering a new generation of formidable soldiers and integrating women more deeply into the Legion's fabric, akin to their male counterparts. Furthermore, the supermutants' inherent need for a guiding presence following the Master's demise in Fallout 1 presents a unique opportunity for the Legion. It would be entirely consistent with Caesar's character to exploit this psychological void, turning supermutants into fiercely loyal servants. We've seen the potent effectiveness of such manipulation within New Vegas' DLC, notably with Elijah and Dog. A subtle hand is all that's required, a skill Caesar demonstrably possesses. It would be truly captivating if Caesar believed not merely that history repeats itself, but that it must repeat itself. This conviction would drive him to believe that humanity's salvation lies solely in conquest, enforced unity, and a singular purpose. Only through such harsh, foundational acts could the world eventually achieve a measure of comfort, drawing inspiration even from the United States' own historical trajectory. Visualize this as a step-by-step progression. Forge a unified front through slavery and shared purpose, mirroring aspects of the American 1800s. Annihilate the most formidable adversaries, reminiscent of global conflicts between 1950 and 1940. Construct an individual powerhouse, much like the industrial boom of the 1940s through 60s. Gradually introduce comforts and limited rights, evocative of the 1970s and beyond. Always maintaining a dictatorship because he believes it's the only way to avoid repeating the mistakes of 2077. Caesar would interpret the world's history through his own self-righteous and distorted lens. This vision would culminate in a Legion-controlled wasteland, where hunger and the specter of sudden death are eradicated. A pervasive, unwavering belief would bind its populace that life's sole purpose is service to the Legion, and death finds its glory only in battle against an enemy. This utopian safety, however, comes at an immense price, the forfeiture of individual freedom and any joy beyond the service to the Legion. Such a society would be ruled by a charismatic leader whose twisted benevolence convinces him he acts for the greater good of his people. Yet this very structure is inherently fragile, destined to collapse once a greater foe no longer exists to rally against, or once expansion ceases. This stark contrast compels us to confront a profound question. Is freedom and individual joy a price worth paying for safety and health? This contemplation leads us naturally to the new California Republic. The NCR could powerfully reflect the cultural zeitgeist of the American 1920s and 50s. Their society could be deeply racist, hardened by past encounters with the frenzied ghouls and the Master's mutated legions, leading them to believe that all other life forms are inferior and must be exterminated. The NCR would appear on the surface to offer prosperity to those in good standing. They could revel in the luxuries of the Vegas Strip and other urban centers, yet beneath this veneer of civility, a corrosive corruption would fester. The NCR would be losing ground to the Legion due to systemic issues, underpaid wages, inadequate armaments, and the lower classes treated as subhuman. Their only avenues for advancement would be through the powerful Brahmin barons or the military. The pervasive bureaucracy and corruption would stifle genuine freedom and happiness, reserving such luxury solely for the wealthy and politically connected. While the generals and barons luxuriate, much of the lower class would suffer food shortages and contaminated water, falling victim to rogue Deathclaw attacks in the cold nights due to insufficient funding in the NCR's outlying encampments. However, within this flawed democracy, a flickering ember of hope would persist. The belief that one day, through the democratic process, these injustices could finally be rectified. In essence, these reinterpretations aim to deepen the philosophical and practical dilemmas posed by Fallout New Vegas' main factions, by envisioning a more ruthless, yet internally consistent Caesar's Legion that fully embraces survival of the fittest, even to the point of utilizing super mutants and re-evaluating women's roles. We highlight the chilling allure of absolute order at the cost of liberty, conversely by presenting the NCRs as a veneer of democratic prosperity. Concealing systemic corruption and social stratification, we underscore the ever-present tension between idealistic governance and the harsh realities of power and inequality. These expanded concepts strive to enrich the player's choice, forcing a more profound engagement with the complex trade-offs inherent in rebuilding society in a post-apocalyptic world. Ultimately, they seek to make the question of which faction truly serves the Mojave best interests not just a narrative decision, but a genuine moral and strategic conundrum. So there you have it, a deeper dive into how the factions of New Vegas could have been even more compelling, forcing us to grapple with difficult choices. Would a more ruthless Legion or a more flawed NCR make the game even better? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future discussions. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.